Speaking freedom, giving you the answers to be free.
We use the client to develop, to grow, and to bring out the best in themselves. We are simply a tool to help you learn how to make better decisions. Not just one decision, not just today, but for the rest of your life. Encouraging each person through each trial and tribulation.
Work call. Yeah, man. Gotta go in here and dance, but I don't get tired.
Okay, that just so happened to be on or whatever, but so I am on my way to the VA, and when I go to the VA, I don't really necessarily wear makeup unless I got something else going on, and then I'm going to the eye doctor, so they need to see, I can't goddamn, I need them to, observe, what's going on, since I have been living with the byproduct of having thyroid issues. And sometimes thyroid eye disease becomes a thing. So I live with thyroid eye disease. I have done things to help how it affects me, and this is just me. I am kind of really big on people loving you or liking you for who you really are. So I don't mind doing these videos with no makeup on, because in this era of upcoming freedom, as my children get ready to go on out into this world on their own, with my support, of course. I want to attract somebody that would love my bare face anyways. My eyes are just dark naturally. Everybody in my family eyes are like that, but some people's eyes are more pronounced than others. But then my skin complexion also, the genetics is just what it is. So fuck it. Like it or don't, this is who I am at the end of the day. Now I can put some makeup on, and I love the fact that when I put makeup on, it's very minimal. I'm not trying to look like nobody else. I'm not trying to reshape my face. I'm just trying to, cover up whatever little blemishes and make my skin look even and smooth. You know what I mean? Actually, since we on the topic, I really don't like when people go and make their eyes look dark around their eyes. Like, nigga, I'm trying to avoid my eyes looking dark, and here go y'all making all these dark ass eyes. That is not why we're here today. So I'm on my way to the VA, and I wanted to do a video because I was thinking about this, and I was going to make a comment on Facebook, and I still will make that comment or post in one of the groups that I'm in that is primarily singles. And in that comment I wanted to just talk about the headspace of women seeking relationship, or women that want leaders, and like what that kind of entails. Because in this era of me writing a relationship book, and a dating type book that deals with relationships, that will come with all the information, knowledge, and understanding that I have based on being married before, having relationships that were successful. Divorce does not mean the relationship wasn't a success. It might just mean that y'all wasn't good for each other. So despite the success of the relationship, the accomplishments, the growth, and the things that are done within the relationship, sometimes the people themselves just aren't compatible. And I leave room for that. Now, the next thing, and I'm kind of mad that I didn't, I really need to stop the video, plug up my microphone, and make the shit be what it's supposed to be. But then I gotta do so much, I might lose the video and need to start over. Hold on. Okay, so hopefully this all worked out the way that I was hoping it would. And I'm not about to hold this the whole time, so let me goddamn clip it and get to it. Okay, so I am writing a dating relationship type book based on relationships. I have been married before and I've been divorced. Like I said, divorce doesn't necessarily mean the marriage itself wasn't successful, that it didn't accomplish things or pursue things or do things that, you know, it was designed to do. Sometimes the people are just not compatible. So yesterday, or maybe today, yesterday, I seen a post on Facebook, and so I wanted to address it here. Why not? So on Facebook, the post was saying that the post said something to the effect of men want a partnership with a woman. They don't want to just provide unless you can contribute. So personally, I prefer this narrative over men complaining about not providing, or specifically saying what do a woman bring to a table, or any of the narrative that is like 50-50. Like, say you want a partnership, because in a partnership, that partnership is based on the vision, the ideal, the understanding that each of y'all have individually, and then what y'all contribute together. But in a marriage, for me, I'm not speaking for everybody else. Somebody else might not feel like this. Somebody else might not feel like this, all right? But for me, in particular, when I'm married, I want someone who has a sense of leadership. So when I think partnership, I also think leadership. When I think contributing, I think I want to contribute to something that you're building. So in the relationship, what are you, as the leader, as the head, as the person that is in charge of the relationship? Because when I get into a relationship, this is about women in general, but I have to use myself as an example, and then I will give you examples of how other people may think. Because it's not about me, but I am the best example to use to help you understand. So it's not like I'm putting it off on anybody else. There's no blaming, none of those type of games or nothing like that. If I am in a relationship with a man, I want him to lead. I believe that the man is supposed to have a vision for himself as well as his family. So that when he meets a woman, it is not him meeting me and expecting me to tell him what we should do. In the vision and understanding in my mindset is a lot of women are seeking leaders and leadership from men. A lot of women that have built lives for themselves by themselves and can sustain themselves, they want men who they can support as they lead whatever they build together. Most women want to build something with a man. Now, here's the caveat, because there are plenty of women that want to build something off of a man. Or just take the man and take the money and not build shit at all. There's a lot of women that don't want to build shit. All they want to do is be taken care of. They ain't got no ideals, no business, no ambition. They just trophy wives, literally, because they can't contribute shit, but they look good. But then you have women who are established within themselves, who are college educated, who have gotten degrees and started businesses and all of that, and have done it while being single, who desire to be in a relationship with a man or a woman, whoever they choose, and they want that person to lead the way. If it's a woman seeking a man, and or a person seeking leadership in a relationship, they want somebody who has a plan, a vision, a mission, an ideal, a sense of purpose, and something that the woman can contribute to. If you say you want somebody to contribute, what are they contributing to? What have you built already that she can come in and help you with? If she already established within herself and she's saying she needs a provider, that doesn't always and necessarily mean somebody with money. Of course, you should have some money. You should be stable on your own. You should have your three, you should have a solid career or technical skill that you can do that will always put you in a position to work. You should be working some way, shape, form. It's too many hustles in the world right now today for anybody to really be struggling, talking about they can't work, they can't find work, because you can make work, nigga. You can make money any way, shape, form, or fashion you really want to, for real. And you ain't got to sell drugs, but you can hustle. And so they want somebody that has some stability for themselves. And the reason why I keep saying me, because I will speak for the women with the mindset like me, that are cultured, that understands life. For the women, I'm speaking for the women that wants to cater to a man, but still wants a man that they admire and respect to cater to. When you are a natural nurturer, and you seek to nurture somebody, but you have healed and learned to sustain yourself, you are wanting somebody that has some business about themselves. You want to nurture somebody who is ambitious, more ambitious than you. If you already established your own and you sustain yourself, and you ain't, you know what I'm saying, scamming to get it, if you ain't manipulating to get it, if you've worked hard, you want somebody who works as hard. You want somebody who has built something for themselves. Now, it could be a ex-gang member, it could be it could be anybody. There's a lot of people out here that have learned how to hustle in a way that somebody might frown upon and turn it into something else. And now, again, another caveat, because I'm kind of picky. I would prefer somebody who's never did federal prison time over like a year or two. Sitting down for a year or two, maybe even 3. That's, you know what I'm saying? You might have, you know what I mean? But if you've done like 5, 7, 10, 20, spent most of your life in jail, for me, you might not be the one for me. I don't care what type of hustle you got. I don't care what type of vision you got for yourself. I don't care what you see for you. None of that. Great, my brother. I'll find you somebody who wants that. No shade. I've just never been to prison before, ever. I am a law-abiding citizen. You know, I might speed here and there, but, you know, I'm, you know, and again, no shade. I have family members who have been in prison, who want to get out of prison, or who have gotten out of prison and have found women that love them. I love that for them, and I love that for the women that they're able to love and feed into my family. I have grown out of the stage of my life where I want to live in that bubble of understanding. Again, it's nothing. Some of these guys be really, you know what I'm saying, stand up men, be having business about themselves, take care of you, you know what I'm saying, make sure you straight. That's just not for me. Now, for the people that enjoys that, great for them. I pray you find a man that meets your, what you want, your list, your must-haves, your, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But does the man have vision? This is about a post. I'm not talking about anybody. This is about a post that I seen on Facebook in which the person said men do not want to be providers, they want partners. Well, he didn't say that. He said men want partnership. They don't want to provide where you can't contribute. So my response was, okay, I like this conversation. I like this better because like being a partner means that you are partnering to do something. What are we doing together? If you want a partnership, what am I supporting? How can I contribute to what you got going on? Because what a lot of men don't realize is that, or they don't take account for, is that women can help with whatever you got going on. Whatever you got going on. It does not matter what you got going on. The right woman can help it. But in order for a woman to give you what you need, you got to know what you need, bruh. Because a lot of men ask women, so his response was, well, what do you bring to the table? Nigga, first off, I got my own table. I got my own motion. I do my own thing. I'm good over here. So what I bring to the table is everything that comes with me. My mindset, my nurturing, my mentality, my support, my ability to help you make more than whatever you making right now. That is the bare minimum of what I bring to the table. But the thing is, in order for a woman to say what she brings to the table, she has to know what the table needs. When I don't know if men ever plan cookouts or get-togethers. When you do that, you prepare a menu, right? When you talking table talk, there is a menu that is prepared for whatever event. There has to be an event. Like the vision. What like in order for there to be a meeting in my bedroom, what are we meeting to do? What is the goal? In order for there to be a table talk about what's being brought to the table, what's on the table? What is the table? Is the table glass? Is it styrofoam? Is the table made of cardboard boxes? Because depending on what the table is, will be able to tell me what I can bring to the table. After you know what type of table you building, the vision, the mission, what you trying to accomplish, then you got to see, okay, what do I have on the table already? And as the man, as the leader in the relationship, what the man has already established is important, because that woman has to support what that man has established. To have a helpmate, she got to have a vision to help with, to even know if she wants to submit to that. A lot of men talk submission. What am I submitting to? What exactly am I submitting to, so that I can know what I'm getting myself into and what I can do to help? When we talking tables, let's talk tables. What is the table? What table have you built that I'm contributing to? Because depending on the table will tell me what I need to bring. What's the event? Us getting together, the marriage. Okay, what's the marriage to establish? Okay, because if we don't have nothing that we're working towards to establish, then what am I contributing to? You being able to sustain yourself, your mental health. What am I contributing to if there is no vision that we are going after, that we are reaching towards, that we are trying to get together? When we get together, what are we doing? Not where are we going, not what are you spending, what are we doing together? Because if we're not doing nothing together, why are we together? If you can't tell me, okay, babe, this is what I think that I want to accomplish as a family, these are the goals that I have, and then getting what I see fit for a family, and then coming together and figuring out, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how it works. When you're planning something, it don't matter what it is. You got to figure out what you plan, and that's step one. Figure out what you planning. What's the vision? What we doing? If it's a wedding, we are planning a wedding for this date. When it's a relationship, we are planning to be together in hopes to show, accomplish, or be this for the rest of our lives. That's the mindset. At least I hope that's what it is, okay? And then, okay, so what is already present? What do we have to reach the goal, to make the event happen? Where are we going? How are we making it happen? What are the contributing factors? What needs to take place in order for us to meet a set goal? What's the goal? Okay, we got the goal. Boom. So this is the goal. Now that we have the goal, what needs to happen? What do we have to do in order to reach that goal space? What does that mean, Kaci? Dr. Kaci, what do you mean? What does that mean? Because everybody don't always get it. So I like to break it down to the simplest form. And I'm using the event planning space because it's the easiest. If you're having friends over for a Galentine's event, or if you are putting something together, men, if y'all putting something together special for your girls, it's Valentine's Day, so I'm about to release this soon. If you are putting something together, you have to know what you're putting together, what supplies, the facility, how will we make it happen? What will we need to make it happen? We need a place. We need we need to make sure we have tables and chairs. We talking tables here. And we need to make sure that we get the right people there. So if you got all of those things that you know you need, then you can figure out, okay, how do we go about accomplishing getting what we know we need to make this thing that we're trying to make happen. How do we do that? That means making phone calls. That means getting the right people involved. That means, you know what I'm saying? Like, that means in relationship talk, that means if a man has goals that he wants to accomplish with his life and a vision, hopes or dreams of what he would want his family to be like and what he would want to accomplish as a husband, then he can make a better selection on what type of woman he will choose, because he needs to choose women who can contribute the right things. It's not what a woman brings to the table. It's about what table is she getting established with and what that table needs. Because every man doesn't need the same thing. Every event person doesn't need the same thing. Every event doesn't require the same thing. One event, you might need 50 tables and 500 chairs. For another event, it might not need no tables at all. Just about 20 chairs. And everybody else is cool with standing, dancing, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on what the vision is for what you're trying to accomplish. Same with relationships. It has to be a vision that we're trying to accomplish. And depending on the level of the man's mental stability and mindset, meaning some men's vision might not go as far out, might not be as far-fetched, might not be as planned as other people's vision. It does not make their vision wrong. It does not, it just means that they have to get with a woman that's on their mindset when it comes to vision. That's all that means. That means that, bruh, don't try to get with a woman that got a global millionaire multi-divisional brain, you know, like that. She already got her own shit going on. She already trying to navigate somebody like me. And she already, you know what I'm saying, established in her own right. Don't you be, you don't see nothing for yourself but working for the next man and think that she's supposed to dwindle down her mindset to be with you. That's not going to work long term, because you'll resent her because she already established. You'll work for her, and not all men, because some men can support a woman that is very well established and be very good husbands and, you know, never resent them, play the cards that was dealt. They know they role. Some can't. Some is going to be always a competition between the spouses because the man really want to lead, but he don't, his mindset ain't grew to leadership yet, even in a relationship. And there's nothing wrong with if that man just want to work. There are women who just want to work. There's nothing wrong with a man who wants whatever he wants when it comes to the vision for himself, his life, and the future family that he has. But men need to consider what they see for themselves and what it will take to get there. Because you cannot ask a woman what she brings to the table and you don't even know what table. Ain't no table. She bringing you the table. That means that whatever she on, you got to jump on and pretend to be on, even if you don't want to be on it. That's not cool. That's not going to sustain a woman looking for leadership. This video is particularly about the women like myself. We might not be the same in every aspect, but that are seeking leaders that have a lot of accomplishments. They can do whatever you want to help support you, but they want to be provided for with a sense of safety, with a sense of we got a plan, we got a vision, we got something that we're working towards together that we can accomplish together. And baby girl, this is what I need from you. So that she can give you what you need versus thinking that you need what every other nigga need, or that she got to overstep her bounds and feel like she's trying to pull out of you what you need from her. The way it should be, it doesn't always work like that because not everybody is there mentally, spiritually, or physically, or emotionally. But you should get there. You should get to a point to where you are able to say what you want from a woman. So if you say you want a woman to bring something to the table, you could tell her, okay, this is what I offer, this, and this. How can you help contribute towards what I got going on? Because women like me, we want to fall in line. We got to be able to fall in line with whatever you already got going on. We want to... Uh-oh. Hold on. Right, y'all. So I am at the VA now, and I have to go. I got to do a part 2 for this because I think that this is the missing piece to the conversation, because a lot of guys talk about, some men just complain about being a provider in general. They don't want to provide because they feel like these women is using. I understand that because it is a lot of women that's out here using and abusing men. But you still have to make sure you are able to sustain what you're asking for. So I gotta go, but I'm gonna do a part 2. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live what I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all inside of me is sexuality.
Thank you for joining Speaking Freedom as we continue to assist you with your daily growth and intuitive wisdom. Loving is a lifestyle and we love to love. Inspiration is how we fuel faith. Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.